In the end of 2022, ChatGPT came out and all of that AI revolution started. I knew that this is something revolutionary that you have to make the most of, and back then me and my friend agreed on that. But our way started to go towards two different directions because of how comfort affected his thinking, and you probably heard that phrase and saw that type of content tens of times. How comfort is killing your motivation or that is making you weak. But if this is true, how does it work in practice? In this video I will try to explain how it actually works, how it's impacting your productivity, and how, because of understanding that, now I am able to be consistent, work every single day with exception of maybe 3 to 5 days a month where I just chill, relax, and this break is also a productive break. Coming back to the story, me and my friend agreed on the fact that we will use this AI revolution, we will be early adopters and we will make the most of it. We're both working in our programming jobs, but he's okay with it, doesn't hate it, and I, on the other hand, hate this job. He got a raise and I'm more and more thinking I will be soon replaced by AI. I have to do something about it. And it might sound simple, but if you will understand it, it will help you to use comfort for your advantage. It works in a way that if a comfort level is higher than this comfort level, comfort will dictate your life and drive your action. Your brain, flooded with feel-good chemicals, will create a narrative around it to chase more of it, convincing you to stay exactly where you are. It doesn't mean that now you have to stay in this comfort until the end of your life. I will explain how to use it in practice to avoid the trap of comfort, but first let me get back to the story. Because he was driven by comfort, he got a raise, he could travel more, and I got more and more dissatisfied. Every opportunity and action to take for me was about therefore, and for him about but. What do I mean by that? Let's say there are two fat guys. One of them hates the reflection that he sees in a mirror, and the second guy also hates the reflection that he sees in a mirror, but he also has a 3 out of 10 girlfriend. That keeps him comfortable enough to stay in that place. The first one, without enough comfort, wants to start to run, wakes up and is not motivated to run. And he missed his run. But because his dissatisfaction is high enough, therefore, the next day he goes to bed earlier to have more energy to therefore be able to run. And the second guy, because there's always a girlfriend that keeps him comfortable, has a but kind of logic, because he didn't run and he hates that he's fat, but he can spend time with his girlfriend, but he can just play on his console. And this is the solution, the way out from this situation. If your right hand causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than your whole body to go into hell. I'm not a religious person, but this quote summarizes that perfectly. It doesn't mean that this fat guy has to now get rid of his girlfriend, but it means that, practically speaking, you will never be as motivated to work with positive results and achieving your dreams as with the fire under your ass, pressure and discomfort. We are being sold the idea that if the goal will be big enough, then the struggle will be worth it and you will just naturally want to follow your dreams. But this is bullshit, because our biology, our mind is built just to keep us alive. And if the comfort level is high enough, our logic, our thinking will be based around this. Once again, it doesn't mean that now you have to become a martyr, always struggle, always be in discomfort. There's another way to go about it. You probably heard that kind of story a lot of times. There's a guy, he's lazy, he's not doing that much, but then there comes a time when he gets heartbroken, something tragic happens in his life, and he gets this fuck that moment that is changing everything. And all of a sudden he becomes productive, driven, motivated. And the question here is, how does it work and how to replicate that moment for yourself, to use it to become driven and motivated. To create this phenomena, you have to cut off the hand that is causing you to stumble, my friend. In other words, get rid of the things that are making you comfortable enough. For example, if you're still smoking weed, just stop doing that for some time, and it doesn't have to be forever. And if there would be one lesson from this video for you to understand that will make the change for you, it's this: just stay in the void, embrace the discomfort. Because now, if you got rid of this thing that is giving you comfort, you backward engineered that fuck this moment for yourself, because the comfort level is now lowered and discomfort level is higher. If you will stay in the void for long enough, you will be bored, it will be weird for some time, and you will want to do something about it. And if you will not right away grab your phone, but stay with it, after some time inspiration should kick in, and this was a case for me. So my vice was watching Twitch streams. I was still doing that here and there. It was bullshit activity, but I didn't have anything to do with my time in the evenings. But I decided, okay, fuck that. Why am I still doing that? I stopped that, and after staying in a void for enough time, I started to write rap songs. I wrote the entire album. I also learned some animations and visual effect techniques that I wanted to try. And you see, this approach is something that works and that will stick if you will do this correctly. You don't have to trick yourself or use any hack. This inspiration and motivation to do something will be just natural, organic, and it will just stick. You will not have to discipline yourself to do anything about it. The dissatisfaction will be enough to push you to go and do something about it. As Steve Jobs said, stay hungry, stay foolish. The real joy and motivation in life always comes from getting after something, growth and mastery process, and becoming better and better. If you will only put yourself in a situation where there's enough discomfort, pressure and dissatisfaction, the rest will be done for you. And your own brain will now start working for you to fill that gap, fill that void, for you to feel more joy and to get rid of that discomfort. That's all. Thanks for watching. Check my Renaissance of Productivity course, link in the description. And also, if you're tired of disciplining yourself, always pushing and forcing, this video will help to solve that. Go and watch it right now, and to be continued.